sleepy sausage. Yeah, thank you.
Boa tarde. How are we all? Welcome to this week's video. Thank you so much for watching last week's video and thank you for the nice comments about the kitchen. She did a good job, eh? This week we're going to do some summer prep. We're going to get some shade cloth tomorrow. We did go in today, but we do this all the time. We go in at lunchtime, so they're all closed. So we weren't going to wait around for an hour and a half, so we decided we'd go in tomorrow morning instead. We're going to get some shade cloth, some more posts to make like a little temporary veranda in front of the kitchen and barn, like we did last year. I don't know if any of you have seen the summer videos from last year. Also going to tart up this reservoir tank behind me. It has some cracks. I think it's a bit structurally unstable really. The cracks reappear in exactly the same place. So, and because it was rendered with a waterproofing agent last time, we would have to SBR it, and we don't have any. I've been advised that if I add some PVA glue to some neat cement, then that should make a fairly waterproof, like putty almost, that should like patch up the bigger cracks. I mean big, they're like hairline cracks, but it made the tank only last probably about 4 days before it started really, the level started really dropping. So we're only going to do it temporarily for this summer because we will knock it down probably before winter, seeing as it's cracked anyway, and we have an idea of moving it somewhere else, which I'll show you in a second. Something else we will do is get the bamboo shade off the front of the cabin and give that a re-oil. I don't know if you can quite see behind me, Carissa has a load of tomato plants that need to get planted out. We've got some friends coming to stay on Thursday and Friday, so we need to sort out the little fireplace barbecue cooking area because it's a bit overgrown and weedy. And without doubt, this time of year, I have some strimming to do. I think I've only got like maybe like 2 more tanks full, but I try not to overdo it because it knackers my back, so I only do like 2 or 3 a day maximum. So yeah, I'll take you along with that. Let's see how we get on, eh? So here's our tank. There are Carissa's tomato plants, our tomato factory. Frankie barking at something. She's a lot better now after the vets, by the way. Bless her. So there you can see the cracks. So we have one that's coming this bottom here that comes up this wall. Patched up a little bit at the top there, and then all of this little section here, you can just about see them, and some big ones here. So it suggests to me that this whole corner has probably come away, and because there's no real foundation on it, that it's just sort of, yeah, that's the weak point. And what with water and gravity, it's all sitting there and pulling the whole thing down. So nice picotta here. What I'm thinking is get rid of this. Obviously nice cap on the well. Sun rises over there. It's a beautiful place for some tables and chairs for your morning coffee. clean as I can, as I can be bothered getting it. Give it a good scrub in all the big cracks. Looks like the whole thing's cracked now that I've cleaned it. So this could be biting off a bit more than I can chew without fully re-rendering it, but I feel like it's a bit of a waste of time and money and effort to re-render this again, considering, like I said earlier, that we will knock it down. But I'll give it a go anyway. Here's our well. See, it's quite far down. I'm pretty sure this time last year we were still able to collect water from it by hand with a watering can off this step here. As you can see, it's not in the best of conditions really. We've had some advice that we should maybe chlorine shock it, but the thing is there's so much wildlife in there at the moment that I kind of feel a bit bad doing it really. So I think at the end of the summer I'm just going to empty it with the pump, maybe borrow a few pumps and get it done really quickly. So if anybody's got any well cleaning advice, especially these old stone wells, then I would love to hear it. I'm actually qualified enough to go down there, but what to do at the bottom other than dig out a load of the mud that will no doubt be there, hopefully no tractors or anything. So what to do down there, if anybody has any advice, it'd be much appreciated. So just going to let this dry off for a little bit and then have a play with this PVA cement mix and see what we can do with that. Right, here's our funky PVA cement mixture. It's got some consistency to it. I think for the first time ever I've not made too much, so fingers crossed. Oh, as you can see, classic patchwork job. It's a super weird texture. It's like really stony glue, which I guess is exactly what it is. So I guess we'll see what happens. Let it dry off. I probably won't try and fill it this evening, as tempting as it is, but I will give you an update tomorrow at the end of this video, whether or not it has worked. Fingers very crossed. As you can see, it's all faded on the top. So I will take that off and give it a new coat of oil to make it look all nice and spick and span for the summer. As you can see, so it's probably 3 o'clock now, so it's pretty much in the sun in front of the cabin, and it does take a bit of a beating. Plan for the water tank, seeing as I'm stood here, is to put it somewhere in front of, well, somewhere in this shot now, but on the top terrace, so that it almost looks like an infinity pool pond thing. So you see we have the drop here, so maybe dig down like half a metre or so that the top of the tank is flush with the top of this bank here where the tomato bed is, where those trees are. That should be quite nice. Maybe make it quite long, like 2 or 3 metres long. We will see. There we go, one layer done. See, the second one behind it hasn't been done. Rather annoyingly, I've run out of oil, so that one's going to have to wait till tomorrow. But that shouldn't be a problem anyway, because we need to get the shade cloth onto the rather naked looking cabin. Looks very strange having that much light on it at the moment. Carissa busy with her seedlings, her army of seedlings. You spot the chihuahua there underneath the vine. Lovely evening. And I'm going to destroy all of the peace and quiet and do some strimming. So just about to strim the plateau at the bottom here. I actually pretty much strimmed this maybe 2 months ago, but it's before all of the straw grass. I'm not sure the exact type of grass, but it's grass that the old owner would have grown for straw for livestock. And we tried to pull a load of it out last year, and it has worked pretty well where we pulled it out. That you can see behind me. So we pulled all of this out by hand, but it turns out there are bits of it that we haven't. I don't know if you can quite see, but these are definitely taller than me. I'm 6 foot 1, which is it's like 180 something centimetres. And it's very windy for those at the back. In case you can't hear me, I'm very sorry. Sorry for the wind. I don't think I've ever apologised for the wind before, but there you go. Sorry for the wind, on the wind's behalf. So yeah, I'm going to call this down. Hello, we are now at tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Nice and warm today, but not too warm, not quite sort of having to get the shorts out. Flipping flies there. Just bought some eucalyptus incense, apparently they don't like it. Did maybe make a difference, but as soon as you step away from it, they're back. Right, so the cement putty has set pretty nicely. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be like, but it feels like it's made a really good seal around it. So I'm going to now fill up the tank, and hopefully by the time I finish the shading and oiling, we won't have lost too much water. We will see. So I'll pop you on a quick time lapse and show you the tank filling up. It's warm today. The hot weather that I said was coming has arrived, although it's going to get a lot hotter the next couple of days. I think we're going to touch 35, 36 on Saturday, which is football day. So yeah, filled up this. Can you see it? Yeah, hopefully. Seems to be holding it well. Doesn't seem to have gone down at all yet. So we will see. Fingers crossed. I will now, as we have more oil, continue with oiling this stuff, so we can hopefully get it back on and with the shade cloth this evening, ready for all this hot weather.
já não quer mais tocar e as teclas pretas não saem do lugar quando o corno inglês.
Well, so no, I was thinking that way down, that way down. So yeah, it's the $1 million question is whether or not to put that at the edge.
Stop tolerating that annoyance in the heat of summer.
We can always do that. Yeah. Pull as tight as you can go.
No?
Yeah. Yeah. Super stable. There we go. New and improved shading for the front of the cabin. I think we'll probably put some walls around the front out of shading just for the summer. We'll take it down again. I'll show you the underneath. So you can see there's like a double layer. So the what are you? You're just a big bee? I think you're a big bee. So a double layer of 85% shade cloth and the bamboo that's not bamboo, fake bamboo, faux bamboo. The temperature right now at 7 p.m. is, can you even see that? It's 25, 26, something like that. We have a pool already and done. I think we might try and make it look a bit nicer, put some plants around it. We also have a shade cloth shading tarpaulin thing that we will tie up to the picotta and this olive tree and make like a sail shading over the reservoir. Next job is we couldn't find the wood today, but to put on a temporary pergola shading veranda thing in front of the cabin, or in front of the kitchen and barn, house, bedroom. And then yeah, we're nearly there really for summer prep. I'll keep you posted. Yes, that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. It's been a hot one, not as hot as the next few days, but hopefully we won't have too much filming to do because we've got our friends coming to visit, so it's all worked out quite well timing wise. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next one.